Onoda Sakamichi's name is perfect for a cyclist in Yowamushi pedal.
Sakamichi Onoda's favorite thing in the world, besides magical girl anime, is biking up steep hills. Naturally, his name has something to do with the concept. His given name, Sakamichi, means slope. His surname, Onoda, technically means small rice paddy, but Wataru Watanabe, the creator of Yowamushi pedal, chose the surname without any particular intention. However, he did choose his rival Sangoku's name intentionally. Sangoku is also a climber, and his name means mountains.
Son Goku's name is an homage to a famous Chinese legend in Dragon Ball.
One of the most famous Chinese legends is the 16th century novel Journey to the West. It follows Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, and his journey to attain enlightenment. Dragon Ball's mangaka Akira Toriyama has stated that this series is a loose adaptation of Journey to the West, with Son Goku acting as the classic Monkey King. This makes sense why Goku was born with a tail. Both Sun Wukong and Son Goku have the same characters in Chinese and Japanese, with different pronunciations. Wukong and Goku are common Buddhist names that mean awakened to emptiness. Goku's SSJ transformation has a lot of parallels to the Monkey King's enlightenment. Plus, they both possess a magical staff, the ability to manipulate weather flying nimbus.
Itoshiki Nozomu's name, a pun in Sayonara, Zetsub-Sensei.
Nozomu Itoshiki rocks a name that suits him perfectly. His perpetually miserable school teacher's last name literally means colored thread, but when the two kanji that make up Itoshiki are written closely together, they resemble the word Zetsubo, which translates to despair. For this reason, he absolutely hates it when people don't write his name out carefully, even though despair sounds very much like him.
Yuno Gasai's name is just as creepy as her character in the Future Diary.
If you search for classic Yandere characters on the internet, most likely Yuno Gasai will pop up. The characters of her last name Gasai translate to I and wife. Her first name, Yuno, is written by the two kanji Yu and No. This translates to always after you. Given that her affections for Yukiteru are downright obsessive and disturbing, this is a fitting name for a Yandere.
Kaneki's name is a reference to famed novelist Osamu Dazai in Tokyo Ghoul.
Osamu Dazai is considered one of the most famous Japanese novelists. His book, No Longer Human, is lauded as a masterpiece for its bleak themes surrounding alienation and suicide. Kaneki's name pays tribute to Dazai since it resembles Dazai's hometown, Kaneki. Many of Tokyo Ghoul's characters, such as Kaneki and Ito, use literature and writing to cope with their trauma and escape from their harsh realities. The themes of alienation and fitting into society is also present in the series, as Kaneki represents two feuding species, ghouls and humans. It's no surprise that the mangaka Sui Ishida took inspiration from this classic author.
Usopp's name contains a Japanese pun that reflects his character in One Piece.
Usopp is known as the liar among the Straw Hats since he has a penchant for lying and always entertains others with tall tales. Uso in Japanese means lie or falsehood. Plus, his name in Japanese has the same pronunciation as Aesop, an ancient Greek storyteller. Both of these meanings accurately reflect his identity as a liar and storyteller. His backstory is also similar to Aesop's famous tale, The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yomiko Reedman has a literary name in read or die.
While the meaning of the last name Reedman feels obvious to English speakers, it may not seem that way to a Japanese audience. On the flip side, English-speaking viewers may not know the protagonist of Read or Die has a given name, Yomiko, that literally translates to reading woman. So, she definitely won't be dying anytime soon.
Akane Tsunemori's first and last name connect to the theme of psychopaths.
Akane Tsunemori believes in finding morality through law and order, and her surname reflects this part of her personality. It means protector of the usual state of things, which Akane works hard to do, despite working for a dystopian police organization whose usual state is one she deeply disapproves of by the end of the series. Her given name, Akane, means red or bloody, a reflection of the grim nature of work she must undertake as an inspector. More Akane Tsunemori 224 of 259, the best female anime characters 11 of 12, 13 tragic anime heroes who are hard not to pity 38 of 81, the best female anime characters with short hair.
Kataru Katsura's name isn't Zura in Gintama.
Everyone in Gintama gets Katsura's name wrong, calling him Zura instead of his actual name. Both his actual name and the nickname can mean wig, which explains why he's often seen wearing random hair pieces. This confusion led to his catchphrase, Zura Janai Katsura Da, which basically means that his name isn't Zura, it's Katsura. However, Zura also means friend. During one of the anime's more touching moments, he reverses the phrase and says Katsura Janai, Zura Da, which essentially means I'm your friend.
Seto Kaiba's name has a double cultural meaning in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Seto Kaiba, the 15-year-old billionaire who spends all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Doting on his little brother Mokuba and insulting other duelists, has a name with a dual cultural meaning. His given name, Seto, is derived from Set, an Egyptian god. This makes sense, since Kaiba happens to be the reincarnation of a fictionalized version of Set. The name Kaiba translates to seahorse. Seahorses won't seem relevant to Kaiba unless you know of the mythological connection between seahorses and dragons. It's a perfect name for a guy whose signature card is the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and who literally owns a dragon-shaped jet. More Seto Kaiba 246 of 253, the hottest anime guys of all time 123 of 149, 25 plus anime boys you definitely crushed on 188 of 251, the very best anime characters.
Lelouch Lamperoux's name predicts is Geese in code Geese.
Lelouch Lamperoux's name clearly isn't Japanese, but it isn't British either. Though the fictional Britannia where Lelouch hails from isn't exactly analogous to the European nation, there are some major similarities between the two. Lelouch's name is actually French. Lelouch isn't a real name that French people give their children, which is no wonder given the meaning. According to behind the name, Lelouch means shady, dubious, or disreputable. His last name, Lamperouge, means red lamp, likely a reference to the glow in his eyes when his Geese activates. Well, the creators basically spelled that one out for everybody.
Usagi Tsukino's name is a reference to Japanese mythology in Sailor Moon.
Usagi Tsukino, the original Japanese name for Sailor Moon, has an interesting symbolic origin. Usagi means rabbit, while Tsukino means of the moon. While the moon part is clear, no matter the cultural context. The rabbit part takes a little more explaining. In Japan, there's a folk tale involving a rabbit who makes mochi from its perch on the moon. Cute, right?
Yusukei's name is more clever than you realize in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Creators carefully chose Yusukei's name to fit his character. His given name, Yusuke, is frequently bestowed on real Japanese people. That kanji, which also appears in the anime's title, Yu Yu Hakusho, means ghost. His last name is equally ominous. While it doesn't use the same characters, it sounds like Urameshi, which means bitter or resentful. This phrase is most commonly associated with, you guessed it, ghosts. More Yusuke Urameshi 146 of 251. The very best anime characters 135 of 150. The best anime characters with black hair 9 of 25. The 25 greatest shonen protagonists of all time ranked.
Like Yagami's name is appropriately dark in Death Note.
There's a minor character in Death Note whose real name is Male Jivas, which is not a name. Still, the creators put a little more thought into the protagonist, like Yagami, when choosing his name. His given name, Light, is written with the kanji for moon, which is why at one point in the series, his followers gather in the moonlight to hold a cult meeting. His last name, Yagami, means night and god. This fitting name was suggested by Tsugumi Oba's editor. More like Yagami 85 of 253, the hottest anime guys of all time 67 of 149, 25 plus anime boys you definitely crushed on 71 of 133, the 25 plus saddest anime deaths of all time.
Ryuuko Matoi's name has 8 different meanings in Kill La Kill.
Ryuuko Matoi's name comes with an astonishing 8 different meanings, all of which tie into the plot of Kill La Kill. Combining both the hiragana and kanji readings of her name can produce the following meanings, as translated by Tumblr user Sushiabani. 1 wandering child, 4 stray child, 3 meteor child, 4 fashion 5 hero, 6 2 big rival, 7 female Nagara character from Otakagumi upon whom Ryuuko was based, and 8 a reference to Nagara's love interest, Ryuko. That's pretty intense for one name.
Ochako Uraraka's name is straight up adorable in My Hero Academia.
Just about everyone in My Hero Academia has a name relevant to their personality. One of the cutest examples is Ochako Uraraka's name. Her surname means bright and beautiful, which she is, while her given name can be read as T-Child. This explains why one of the fandom's most popular ships, Ochako x Midoriya, is often called Green Tea. Besides that, her hero name, Gravity, is a portmanteau of her surname, and the word gravity a reference to her ability to make things float when she touches them.
Kakashi Hate's name showcases his protective nature in Naruto.
Few characters in Naruto possess normal names, which is why naming your baby Naruto is more than a little ridiculous. Nearly every character has a name with some symbolic or referential meaning. Kakashi Hate's name, for instance, means scarecrow in the field. This sounds random until you consider what a scarecrow's job is: to scare off dangerous crows that could destroy defenseless crops. As a Jonin instructor, Kakashis must protect the younger, inexperienced ninja who can't protect themselves.
Kenshin Himura's name reveals his sordid past in Rurouni Kenshin.
Kenshin Himura actually starts life with a more ordinary name, Shinto. After impressing the swordsman with his compassion, he receives a new name, Kenshin. The Ken means sword, while the Shin means heart. His surname, Himura, means dark red village, likely an allusion to his blood-stained past.
Ichigo Kurisaki's name means more than just strawberry in Bleach.
Ichigo Kurisaki's name means more than just strawberry in Bleach.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.